Hi, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Flush Mount Oceanus. This is going to be the 1267-37. Let's talk about the glass really quick on this and metal finish. Those are going to be very important things. The glass is using Hubbardton Forge's opal glass, which is going to be a white milky glass. I'm going to talk a lot more about that later in this video, so stay tuned for that. And the metal finish, you're going to notice there's a pull-down menu up on your page there. It's going to say choose your finish. And you're going to notice this is going to be offered in select Hubbardton Forge finishes that may not be what you're looking for up there. Let's say you're trying to pair this with some sconces that are in dark smoke, 07 or 05 bronze. We can do this fixture in custom finishes to match those other finishes not listed there on that pull-down menu. You just email me and say you're looking at a 1267-37. Tell me the finish you're looking for. I send that through the customs department. Adds just a little bit of time and money, but we can do those things for you. Why don't we get into the size of the fixture itself? 4.7 inches flush, 16.5 by 16.5, or you can call it the diameter. This is only coming in at 8.6 pounds. It's very light. It's just going to hang from your standard 4-inch junction box. And the canopy on this is coming in at 8 inches, and that's wider in diameter than most of the Hubbardton Forge canopies. So it can cover a lot of damage around J-boxes. Sometimes people will gravitate toward these kind of things that have 8-inch diameter canopies for that reason, but it's a nice thing there. Why don't we also talk about that glass one more time, but before we go there, I want to show you how you can see what I'm talking about, and how we're going to do that is to look at the installations instructions now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that out for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you some good detailed line drawings at the top of this and how it goes on your standard 4-inch junction box. But it's also going to show you some detailed drawings about the glass on this and how the glass scoops into that canopy and is held by little thumb screws that are going to be on your parts list. That caps the amount of heat that can escape from this, which is why when you look at the incandescent version of the bulbs that are available to be used in this, it's going to only let you do 2 60-watt bulbs. But I think you can go well beyond that. And we'll talk about that in just a second too when we get into lamping. So we talked about the install sheet. There's lots of good drawings there to show you all kinds of little details on this. You can use this on the slope ceiling if you want to. Up to 45 degrees, it would just be in flush right to it without a problem at all. Now zeroing into what you can put into this and how much you can get out of it light-wise, you'll notice on Hubbardton's site they really don't talk about anything beyond the 60-watt incandescent bulbs. There's going to be 2 of these, and these are medium-based sockets kind of on their sides. You'll see that on the install sheets in those diagrams, those schematic drawings. And if you're going for incandescent like they mentioned, or even on our site what we mentioned, because of the heat generated by an incandescent bulb, you can only do 260 watts, but I think you can go way, way, way beyond that, and I think you should go into the wonderful world of LEDs. So, and there's different LEDs that are going to be available for this out in the world. And these are the same size. They're called A19s. And you'll notice they're the same size as a standard 60-watt bulb we all grew up with. So right off the bat, they're easy to get. We know we can get them at Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, my grocery store in Vermont. You can pick them up on Amazon. Super easy to find. This is the old school version of LEDs. There's actually a core inside of this with a hard plastic shell on the outside, which is fine. I kind of like these, and these are the newer phosphorus clear LEDs, and I've picked these up at Home Depot, and I picked up 2 100-watt versions of this, which fit into this without a problem. So you can find these A19 LEDs again everywhere, and they're going to offer them to you in a 60-watt equivalent, a 75-watt equivalent, and most likely, even if you scout around a little bit, a 100-watt equivalent, which means that if you need to, you can get the equivalent of 200 watts of light out of this fixture, which kind of opens up a whole new avenue of where you can use it. Bathrooms, kitchens, laundry rooms, all kinds of places where you need a lot of good powerful light coming out of it, and that's a really good thing. They're going to offer these to you in all kinds of different ways out in the marketplace. These bulbs, including this guy here, they're going to offer them to you in 2700 Kelvin. That's that super yellow light like a setting sun. And we talk about it all the time, that LEDs are also going to be offered to you in something called daylight. And daylight is not a warm light like sunlight. Daylight is that bluish white light like an overcast day. convenience store, something like that, that's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom is warm white, soft white, and that's 3,000 Kelvin. And you'll notice that when you look on the box at the store, it'll give you a little chart and a little arrow kind of pointing from the 2700 Kelvin all the way to the 5000 Kelvin. That 3000 Kelvin will be smack dab in the middle there. So that's what we like to use. And they'll talk about it online too. So that's going to be the same nice warmth of an incandescent bulb we grew up with. And that's what's coming down on this table right now from these 3000 Kelvin warm white, soft white light bulbs. So that's what we like to use in our entire showroom. People think it's an incandescent light because it's so nice. They just don't realize you just have to zero in on the correct color temperature when you're buying LEDs. Also, it's a dimmable fixture without any problem at all, so don't worry about that. Just make sure that you do buy dimmable bulbs. I want to touch base on Hubbardton Forge's opal glass for just a second. So all of Hubbardton Forge's glass to begin with is going to be hand blown. This piece is hand blown first in clear, then they're going to come in and they're going to blow another layer of white glass on the inside of this. The third step is they're going to take and they're going to sandblast the whole thing on the inside and the outside. That's going to give you this beautiful, mellow, translucent, milky piece of glass. When you look at this and you can see the layers are actually piled up on the inside of this. Hubbardton Forge is very obsessed about details on all of their pieces, including their glass, and that's why you're here, because you're probably just as obsessed about little details as well. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below. So scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart. So you can click on dark smoke. You can click on soft gold. Doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. In those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.